The novelty of having shirtless Latino men in my driveway hacking it up with jackhammers at 7:30 in the morning, that only lasted for like a day. It's now been 5 days, and I'm really ready for them to finish. Morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Dear Jason, having worked in the porn industry for quite some time now, can you tell us what the etiquette of the industry is? What are the do's and don'ts when filming a scene or on the set? I think this is very interesting. There's a lot of people who assume porn is just a free-for-all and there aren't any guidelines. Actually, you're very correct that a lot of people just think that everybody shows up and we all get naked and just fuck and put cameras on it. Okay, let's get the really obvious ones out of the way. And I get asked this question all the time, so I'll refer everybody who asks me this. Did you have sex with insert name of model when you shot that? No. You don't have sex with your models. Having worked in the industry for a number of years, I will tell you that that never ends well. I have never seen it end well. I have only seen it end badly. Shagging the models will, first of all, just result in bad scenes. It will result in unnecessary drama, and it will result in you having a bad name in the industry, regardless of what happens. So don't ever shag the models. It's a very bad idea. Second of all, I generally will not even physically touch the models unless it's absolutely necessary. You know, I'll sometimes I feel like I'm playing the hokey pokey. Like I'll be like, okay, so put your right foot in. Okay, now turn around. Okay, okay, no, a little bit more. No, okay, to the left. Okay, to the whatever. Okay, tilt your head. No, the other way. No, to the right, to the side. No, don't like it'll be like that. And sometimes I'll just walk up to the person and go, no, what I need you to do is put your head this way, because I'm like tilt your head to the side, and they'll go like that. So that's the kind of thing. But it's really rare, you know, that I'll actually approach a model and go, here. Occasionally, if we're doing like a fucking position and I'm trying to sort of figure out how we're going to light it, or, you know, I'll kind of get the top to move over and I'll get sort of on the bed with the bottom and I'll go, okay, so I think maybe in this position, and then camera from over here, what's the light on that like? Is that okay? Are we good? So I can be over here. That kind of thing. But you go out of your way to keep that as sort of hands-off as possible, because you just don't want your models to think that you're just trying to cop a feel. It's going to make them uncomfortable, the movie's going to suck, you're going to get a bad name in the industry, and it just never ends well. So you got to keep things as professional as possible. No, I did not blow insert name of porn star to get him hard for that particular shot. But there's something else that happens that nobody ever asks me about, which is the things that the guys do are very seldom not planned. Occasionally you'll have things like Parker London grabbing Brady's Jensen cum and eating it on camera that is totally not planned, that he just kind of spontaneously did because he kind of felt like it at the end of that scene. Understandable. And we barely catch it on camera because we didn't know that he was going to do it. Usually beforehand, what I will do is, to keep from putting models on the spot, to keep anybody from feeling uncomfortable, I'll sit down with them privately, away from anyone else, and kind of go through a list of do's and don'ts and likes and dislikes and wants and not wants. So, you know, I'll usually have their list of things that they'll do, and I'll go, okay, so you're going to bottom in this scene, you're good with kissing, you're good with cocksucking, you're good with getting your dick sucked, you're good with rimming, you're good with getting rimmed. Oh, it says feet here, okay. So, are you really ticklish? You know, do you mind, do you like doing this? Would you prefer not to? Things like that. I ask questions like, no, you're okay with getting cum on you? And sometimes they'll be like, and I'll be like on your chest or your belly, and they'll be like, oh yeah, that's fine. And sometimes they'll be like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. Anywhere in my face, I'll open my mouth, whatever. And you get what their personal limit is, and the great thing is that you have to do this without anybody else around, so they're really honest with you. Because I never want to ask somebody to do something that they would prefer not to do in front of the other model, because everybody's suddenly uncomfortable. You know, if you're saying, Are you okay with getting his cum in your face? And then the other guy's going to be like, oh, he's going to think it's just because it's his, so I better say yes, even though I'd rather say no, and I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable, and so it's just bad. So it's always a good idea to get that out of the way without anybody else around. And I'll also kind of throw in the sort of, can I throw you a bone? Is there something that you like? Is there, like, do you really like having your nipples played with? And I can work that into the scene. Or is there a position that you really like to do? Or is there a position that you really don't like to do? So you got to kind of talk with them and develop a really good trust relationship and rapport before you actually go onto set. And that's one of the reasons that I think a lot of the scenes that we do at Cocksherman anyway turn out really well, is because you're actually seeing the guys kind of do things how they like to do them. I mean, clearly I still have to work in, this, and I have to work in that, but in the end you're gonna get a better product if you really do take the time to work with your guys and develop a really good relationship, so they're comfortable enough to really give a really good performance. One other question I get asked, which always confuses me, is are you naked while you're shooting? No, I'm not. Nobody is naked except for the people on the bed. I'm usually wearing I wear bare feet. I shoot in bare feet. That's just a thing. But I do wear pants. I'm really ready for this driveway to be finished. Keep asking me questions.